How you doing, guys? Welcome to a game that, in honesty, when I first looked at it, I was like, well, I'm not sure about this one. Genuinely, this one has actually really grown on me. This is called Meet Your Maker. Basically, set in a futuristic, dystopian future of basically death and destruction. We have been tasked by the Chimera, which is this thing. So, our thing that we have to do is basically collect this thing called, I think it's Gentac. And what we have to do is we're trying to rebuild, like, humanity. The world has basically gone to poo at this point, and the idea is, well, in all honesty, you've got to raid bases to get stuff. Now, raiding is pretty simple. Come to the central command, and then you click on a base that's been set up for you to raid to get a certain amount of stuff rewarded. It sounds pretty simple, but every single one of these levels, all the way up to the brutal level and so on and so forth, has been created by one of you, the user, the person who plays this game. And when you first start out, you haven't got any sort of elements and stuff. You have to do a couple of raids first that are going to be quite simple, but quite frustrating to learn at the same time. And on the plus side to this, you get better at what you're doing. And then you sit there and just go, well, maybe I could do something like this as well. You get the opportunity when you can afford the first plot, which is in the build section. You can go into claim new. And here you go, these are all the new plots that you can buy. You've got a 300, you've got a 675, and if you look at the capacity, you've got 1,000, 3,000, 350, 4,500. Basically just means how big you can build your base. More traps, more bits and pieces to kill other people. Sounds quite cool, doesn't it? So to put this into perspective, this is my one, Scarsdale. You don't get to choose the name. Scarsdale was the name that it gave me, so I went with Scarsdale. I can't change this. So yeah, this is my one. I'm not sure. I think we've only got like a couple of days left of these. This is just the beta and demo, so I'm actually hoping that when this game comes full release, maybe more people will play it. And what I want to do is I want to show you what someone else has created. Now this is a person called Noggy B. I'm going to go and have a look at their raid at the end of the day. I have no idea what it's like, because once you've done one, you don't get to replay it. It just goes into the back system of all the stuff you've done before. And it's like, okay, done, cool, fantastic. So you always start off in one certain section on the launch pad, and this is somebody's raid. So he's basically built this base, by the looks of it, underground. You're armed with two guns. You've got your bolt gun, and you have to find the ammo again and again and again. And you've got your blade as well. And if I push C, then I've got my charges, because I've bought charges. So I'm going to have a look around just in case he may have left an open space by the looks of it. No, he hasn't. Fantastic. So his entire base is down here. Now, what you have to do is you have to watch out for traps. If I die, it's probably because I've been stupid. Not seeing any traps on the walls. Nothing on those walls. I like the fact he's put arrows on the floor. It means that he wants me to die. Oh, and I got shot. Unfortunately, that was my stupidity. So what I should have done there is I should have come down here, like hid behind that ramp whilst he takes a shot, flew up and got him there, and he's got another one there. Okay. So whilst you're dead, you can have a look around. So he's got a trap up there. That's pretty sneaky. So I think what we'll do is we'll try and take a pop shot at him from this ramp, and then we'll go at him. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so we've got nothing to fear for the first section. So as soon as we get down into that bottom basement, that's when we have to start looking around again. Nothing changes until you either get a little bit further in, or you finish the core. So we're going to go down here. Oh, you got me in the face. Nice. Nice, nice. I got one chance to take a decent shot. Maybe I should aim at his head next time. And the worst part is that the person who created this can watch death cam. So they can watch you die over and over and over again. Cool. I'll take that as a W. I need my bolt back. Oh, cheeky. So once you've been playing this for a little while, you start to like you start to become really paranoid of corners, because you don't know how the other person designed their map. So with that, I could have just fallen down. I could have died. Like, they could have set a trap right there. I could have been like shot. I could have been and you just sit there and just go, if I make one false move, which is why when you watch people's replays, they get really paranoid. It's quite funny. And I'll show you what, like, someone running my level after we've done this, because by the time this video comes out, my level will probably be dead. I think they die after a certain amount of time anyway. They don't stay permanent, which is a bit of a shame, really. Okay, cool. So we're going through. There's no traps on the walls. I like the aesthetic of this place, though. I like this. So at the end of it, you get a grading scale of like what you liked out of the level. You can change. You can do your scale how you like. But yeah, this game really, it makes you paranoid of literally every surface in the dungeon. I can hear the heartbeat. I think the funny thing is, though, is this guy is going to be watching this and be like, why is he taking his time? Loads of little dead ends, loads of little runs. I saw it, I saw it. No! Oh no! Like I said, you get hit paranoia quite a lot of the time in this game. See if we can do it this time. What are we, like, third attempt now? Fourth attempt? This is the downside to talking whilst I'm doing this. Ain't focusing. So another thing you can do in this game is when you've, like, you can have it so some of your traps don't turn on until you've actually finished the level. Ah, bonus. Okay, so yeah, that large heartbeat thing is, it's almost like a bonus chest that I found. This guy has actually put arrows out to certain places as well. That's what I'm really paranoid about this, because when I take this core, I have no idea what's going to change. I feel that there's going to be a trap. Oh, you cheeky git. See? Cheeky. Right, so now we have to be paranoid of all the walls that we've already been through. No! Ah! So yeah, it's basically you run through people's levels like this all of the time, and it's, I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm really enjoying this game. It's frustrating at the same time as being good. See if we can do it a little bit quicker this time, shall we? Okay, so when we come running up this one next time, there's going to be a trap here. Excellent, okay. So there was no more traps until we get onto the other side, so we're aiming for that now. So we're going to run under here. He's dead. And we got that one up there. He's dead. Excellent. Alright, cool. So when we take this core, there's a trap there. And then the next time I've got to worry about a trap is when we go back up through that red zone. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Now when I was finished, I was tend to look at the base, bow my head, and then escape. And then we get the ranking section at the end. So I actually didn't mind that one. That was quite fun, and I actually didn't know when it comes to artistic, I like the aesthetic of it, and it was a pretty cool little level as well. When it comes to brutal, I've seen some really horrible maps and some ingenious ones as well, and you just sit there going, that's amazing. All right, cool. So let's go through the last section of all this. What we got to do, skip through this, because this is like, oh, look at the points I've got, yay me. So yeah, we're Gen Mat, that's the stuff we're looking for. So each and every single one of these people you've got here, you've got all these different stations. Each one is for upgrading your own character. So this guy up here, he's got a new set of armor. So that's this one. So I can actually buy this. I've been playing this for a little while. I've got enough points to buy the Kamiachi, which is quite cool. And if not, I can activate boosts, so I can do an approximate amount of number of guards and traps and so on and so forth, all the way up to exact length, exact number, to, you know, and the 2 most used defenses. So you get an insight of the levels depending, but it does cost you like a boost each time. That is the downside. And like I said, each one of these does a different thing. So this person over here, she does traps for your mine. So you can have like the bomb ejector, you can have the holocube. Because everybody who's in this world is now looking for the same material you are. You've got some, and they want to take it from you as well. These are the different guards you can get. You can get the Hermit, the Warmonger, the Canback, or the Enforcer. The Enforcer's pretty much common meat. Everybody has them. I think you have to have one when you're building your base as well. When it comes to hardware, so you get your blast grenades, but then you got like the flash barrier that's going to protect you, Phoenix mod, and spike drive. All things that are going to help you like go and take out other people's bases. And then we get my favourite one, the Spoils of War. We get guns and we get a new blade. Now I could buy these, but as this is just the demo, I'm not really sure how, if like progression's going to roll over and so on and so forth. Now comes to the more fun part, building your base. So let's say you've taken out a couple of and you want to buy your first one. So you're going to claim like 350 or 700, depending on how much you've got of this. And the downside is it comes down to what's available and what's good for you. Now I'm going to assume later on in the actual, when the game fully comes out, there's going to be different areas to build bases. For now, we all go to the same sort of layout. Okay, so let's go into the build section now, shall we? So this is my base. We've only got 1,000 left. So I've got this problem. I've got this feeling that when that's depleted, this base gets destroyed. I have to start a new one. That's fair enough. Good way of harvesting, though. I like this. I like this form. Okay, so this is the build menu. Down the left hand side you see all my options. When you go into tab, these are all the scenery sections you can use. So you've got like different aesthetics. So you've got just metal container, then you've got like glass, and you've got cage, and then you've got metal. There's all these different things, and I really like it. And then what you can do is you can let's just take a block for a second. Let me just go and put this down for a second, and I'll show you what you can do with it. So what you can do is you take your block, yay me. Or you can, when you push R, it turns into a slant. Yep. Or you can push R again, it'll turn into a corner. And then obviously these can be rotated on their axis as well using the mouse and the Q. So you have got all these like variations of control that you can add in as well, which is, I find, simplistic and pretty cool at the same time. But again, I think that might just be me. I don't know. Next, obviously, we've got traps. We've put these on the wall. The flashing ones mean they get activated when someone takes the core. The core then activates the traps that are there. So if somebody does take it, then they have to look out more for traps that might end up like hurting them on the way through. Same with that one. That's a trap that gets ignited when the core's been taken. When you come down here, looks like somebody died. Ah, they died off this one. This is the trap that gets added on when the core gets taken. So this person, unfortunately, Nicey boy, got impaled. So I'm going to take what he dropped. Excellent. And then we've got, this is like a treasure chest. It's in every single level, but you hear that really loud thumpy noise. That's basically that. When people destroy it, they get extra elements, but then that's why I put that trap there. If someone comes up this way, there's a trap up. There is a trap up there. Well, there used to be a trap up there. I think I removed the trap up here. Oh yeah, I did. I moved it so I could put it somewhere else. So apparently that person died on the impaler. But yeah, so I've been changing bits and pieces here to make this work. I think this here might actually be stopping him. It's very strange. But the idea is to build a path that people, they're going to end up getting here and then be like, oh yeah, there's the core, and then something bad's going to happen. Like you're going to get strapped by this one or this one or this one. These two are appearing when the core's not taken. When it has been taken, that's when there's another trap around here that gets hit about them. This one, yeah. So yeah, there's lots of different options you can do. The map actually is quite large. Even though you're limited to, like, for this one it's 750 blocks or 750 things. So the one ranking here is like how, like, it takes up one per thing. When it comes to your traps, they take between 10 and 50. Obviously when it gets bigger and bigger, it's going to take more. So then you're going to want to build on a bigger level. You're going to want to spend the extra money. You're going to want to spend the extra, getting all this extra stuff. This one, obviously, he takes 50 as well, and then obviously cosmetics. These are free, so you can paint your levels how you like. Lighting is free as well, so you can paint them how you like. And then when it comes to the industrial ruins or plaster bits and pieces, these are basically free apart from like the first few. Most of these are literally just walls, so you can literally just paint them on, and just to make it look a little bit more sort of like routinely industrial, I suppose, or wastelandy. But yeah, so this is a small level. This is a small one, and it goes quite deep. It's like almost like a 10 by 10 cube, but then obviously the bigger levels, they're massive. So they're all in this same sort of setting right now. Unfortunately, right now, I would say that this is just the problem with this game, is that because it's in beta, you're only seeing the small ones. If you want to see the bigger ones, then you have to go up to the next level and, you know, get to that point. So this is active. Players will raid this. I will not lose gen mat when players steal from you. So basically just means that it's almost like a fair trade. If I raid somebody, I get gen mat from them, and if they raid me, they get it from me, and there's no difference here. Overdrive, players will raid 100% more gen mat per kill, which is good, but you will lose 300 gen mat when a player steals from you. So if you're going to put your cut layer, if you want to put it into overdrive, the only thing you can do is to make sure that you're killing more people than letting go free. You have to be a bit more smarter with your traps, and you know, that'd be something I'd probably look into a little bit later on. Inactive means is almost like you're just working on it, so it's not live. And social, only playable through the raid map's social raid menu. So no resources or progression is earned. Progression will not be earned. And this is literally just like you can go and see somebody's map, and it doesn't really matter. If you want to prestige your map, obviously this is how you would do it. I haven't prestiged mine. I don't really need to. I'm all good. Because this has only just started, it's like, okay, it's all good. I can prestige it though. Prestige my outpost to reactivate it, refill the G map pool, and kill more raiders. Refail and try again if you fail to prestige check. I don't really want. I'll probably look into that more when it gets around to actually like playing this game properly. But for now, I'm really just enjoying the whole building section and messing around with this. It's actually quite. It makes you start thinking about how to lay out something for someone to, well, I know it sounds weird, but to die. You know, you're putting them through hell just so they can end up something. This is a really cool section. You can see replays of other people's deaths, and I'll get into that now. Okay, now I'm going to show you the last part of this game. Now, like I said, the amount of times I went through that one level and they could see what I did all comes down to this screen here. This is where everybody sort of like, they've played my level and they've gone through it. You know, this person did it in a minute. He got lucky, in fairness. I watched his level. His run was pretty much perfect. This guy did it in 2 minutes, a bit more exploration. The ones you've got to start paying attention to are the ones that don't die. The reason why is because if they don't die on your run, they're either a bit more of a paranoid player, or they're a bit more sort of like in tune with the game. So the idea would be to create something that these people are learning from. It's like, okay, they're expecting this to happen. Maybe if that doesn't happen on the first time, then it can happen on the second time. Now, just for giggles, we're going to watch, unfortunately, Hyper Raccoon 13, who took 5 minutes and 41 seconds to do my level, and he died twice. I've never seen this one because it says if you've watched it, it says viewed. So I've never seen this run, so this will be entertaining. So okay, he's running his way through. That's pretty cool. Right, he took that path. This path is like, it's literally just a dead end. There's nothing there at all. It's, oh dear. Oh, so yeah, now he's in my loop. So it's going to go up there. Oh, no, he's looking around. Nothing's here. What's going on here? Oh my god. Nothing. It actually loops around to that top part. Oh, look, we're back to where we started. Fantastic. Now you're going to die. Ooh, close. So we blew that up. Almost. So he hasn't gone for the bonus. Because this thing down here is a bonus. That heartbeat into the bubba thing is a bonus. He wasn't fooled by that. Yes. Oh, he killed my guard. Oh, my guard got him. Get in, Mr. Guard. Nice one. So he's learned. He's like, okay, so there's a guard around that corner. There's a couple of traps. I'll be okay. He's learned that one. He's learned that one. So it's all about memory. Like, can you remember where all the traps are so you can get the most out of it? Every trap you get rid of, you get bonuses for. So it looks quite cool. He missed. Oh, he's got a charge. Cheeky. Ah, he's taking a different route. Fair enough. Alright, it's all dead end, mate. I designed it there's loads of little dead ends where you can get lost, and then started painting scenery so it was like completely different colours. I think, oh, he almost ended up in the drink. Ah, there's my friend. Got him. Fair play. Right. The call's quite easy to find. It's just he's exploring all the little level bits. I think either that or he's lost. That was the reason why I started painting things all the same, to try and make people like get lost. It's quite funny actually. Apparently he's going to die soon as well. You see that skull in the top of the level? That he's going to die soon. I don't know how he's going to die. I'm quite interested in this. So he hasn't found the core yet. The core's really simple. You go... Nope, you're going the wrong way, mate. Nope. You go right here. Oh, you're a donut. Well done. He just burnt himself alive. Nice one, brother. Third attempt. This is where he actually wins. So I think he's learnt now not to go in the red stuff. It took me a little while to figure out what that stuff was as well. I died pretty quickly. Right, so he's got that one. Got this one. I want to see how I want to see where he goes now. There we go. Enemy around the corner. That didn't get him. I know that thing's path, so it's... No, he's lost again. Up that ramp. Up behind you. Oh no, he's going the wrong way. So he's going to drop... I think he's going to go over the lava. Yeah. He's going to follow the path. All he has to do is go around this corner. There we go. Look, there it is. Oh, he's got traps. Oh no. There you go, there's a trap there. Oh, he was close. I almost got him with that second trap. Almost. And this is where you start going, you know what, fair play. He got out. It's fine. I wouldn't go up there, mate. It's a padded cell. So, as said, I designed this to be a little bit labyrinthy, where you've got all these little dead ends and there's nothing around. All he has to do is not die. And he can get out and he's fine. See if he catches the last trap. Ooh, so close. There's one more trap that activates when he leaves. That one. And there you go. And he made it out. Fair play to him. But at the end of the day, it took him 2 attempts to get through my level. That's what I like about this game. That you're being you can turn into a little bit of an evil mastermind. Like, you learn from people's errors and mistakes and everything else, and then from there you can actually sort of watch other people sort of like, they get paranoid. And like I said, when I was running that person's level, you get really paranoid of every single corner because you have no idea what's going on behind you. But yeah, I can understand, you know, people aren't going to play this game as much. It's just going to be one of those things. But all these people have like gone through my when I first started the game, was my level was so much different. So I've played these levels. I've been playing since the 6th. So some of these were really good. The best one I found was this one here. Like, this I would say was probably one of the best design levels I've ever seen, like I've seen so far. Obviously this is all like early access and early beta, so if more people got onto this, I can see creativity being one of the great things. But the whole thing is like a glass case, and it's all lit up properly and it looks really cool. I was like, I was really taken back by this one. It's really cool. And I only died once, so I was alright with that. But yeah, this has been Meet Your Maker. If you are interested in this, go and check it out on Steam. Obviously, it's in beta form at the moment because it's on Next Fest. It's the demos. It's demo life at the moment. But I've got to be honest, I'm really enjoying this. Even though when I first started, I was like, you know what? I'm not really digging it. I don't really know why. You know, it seems a bit weird. But then once you start playing it and once you start really getting into it, genuinely, I've really enjoyed myself. I get annoyed at myself more if I die in someone else's level. And I sit there and just go, God damn it, and I learn from it and then I carry on. But like I said, it makes you very paranoid. This game, you'll be living on the edge of your seat the whole time because you have no idea what's around the next corner. So thank you very much for coming by. Thank you very much for checking this one out. And if this is something that you really want to look into and go into it, it's called Meet Your Maker. And yeah, like I said, it's a lovely design game, and it's got a couple of elements in it that I'm actually really enjoying it. So thank you for watching. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates. I'll be back here with a brand new video live stream or whatever else I do on the channel. Until then, thank you very much for coming by. Bye bye for now.